Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really fascinating and honestly deeply strategic concept, the logic behind private planning. Have you ever wondered why keeping our plans a secret is often the absolute crucial difference between totally failing and achieving incredible success? Well, we're going to explore the strategic mechanics behind this right now. We'll be using a really powerful story from our source material to show exactly why flying under the radar is just so vital.
Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to seriously ask yourself a question. Do you share your big goals before you even start? Look, it's completely natural to want to do this, right? When we stumble onto a great idea, human nature tempts us to literally shout it from the rooftops. We immediately want to share that exciting news with our friends, our family, kind of anyone who will listen, really. We're craving that early validation. But as you're about to see, giving in to that temptation can actually be incredibly dangerous.
Section 1. The temptation to share. So, to really understand the mechanics of this, let's look at a foundational case study. It's about a clever young guy named Armin. Now, Armin lived in a small village, and he had very little money to his name, but he had massive dreams of building a wildly successful business. And one day, he stumbled upon what we call a hidden opportunity. This is basically a rare, unexploited chance for success that can be super easily stolen if you make it public too early. For Armin, this hidden opportunity was this small, completely unnoticed piece of land that he realized could be turned into a beautiful, thriving farm. I mean, it was his golden ticket out of poverty. But, just totally overwhelmed by sheer excitement, he immediately went and told his friends all about his amazing plan.
Which brings us to Section 2, the cost of exposure.
By simply opening his mouth and letting his excitement get the better of him, Armin created an immediate and devastating vulnerability. He basically took a hidden, protected opportunity and just exposed it to the open market without any safeguards to defend it. And this brilliantly illustrates how rapidly control is lost once a plan is spoken aloud. Look at this timeline. On day 1, Armin does the hard work, discovers the land, but he also shares his plan. Well, by day 2, one of those supposedly trusted friends secretly goes and tells a wealthy businessman about the opportunity. And by day 3, that wealthy businessman swoops right in and buys the land before Armin even has a single chance to act. In just 3 days, the whole dream is totally gone.
Sharing too early gives away your opportunity. And man, Armand was absolutely heartbroken. It was such a painful, crushing realization for him. Because the tragedy here wasn't that his idea was bad. Actually, scratch that, his idea was brilliant. The real tragedy was that his own words, his premature sharing, basically handed his genius idea to someone else on a silver platter. He practically gave a competitor with way more resources the exact information they needed to literally steal his dream.
This leads us to Section 3, the logic of silence.
Now, instead of just giving up and letting that huge heartbreak defeat him forever, Armin made a really crucial strategic pivot. He recognized his error, realized that the whole strategy of sharing had completely failed him, and he adopted a totally different approach. Let's look at the exact steps Armin took for his second attempt. First, he went back to work and found another piece of land, a brand new hidden opportunity. Second, he quietly worked on the new idea. No big announcements, no seeking early validation from his buddies. And third, and this is absolutely the key here, he told nobody until everything was completely ready. He executed these precise steps in total, absolute silence to protect his new venture.
So the crucial point is, when we weigh these two approaches side by side, it visually proves the logic. Look at attempt 1. He shared early, the result, heartbreak, a stolen idea and a totally lost opportunity. Versus attempt 2, total silence. The result, zero interference from wealthy businessmen, no gossiping friends to leak the details, and it leads directly to ultimate success. The sheer mathematical logic of private planning is basically proven right here in the outcomes.
And just look at the ultimate outcome of that quiet execution. Years later, Armin became one of the most successful farmers in the entire region. He built exactly the beautiful, thriving business he had always dreamed of, back when he had very little money. And he secured this success entirely because he kept his plans safe from the interference of the outside world.
Moving on to Section 4, the seed metaphor.
So eventually, an old friend finally came to Armin and asked him exactly how he had achieved such incredible success. Armin just smiled at his friend and said, "A plan is like a seed. Protect it while it is growing. Let your results speak when the time is right." Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the profound biological truth of that analogy. Think about it. If you pull a literal seed out of the dirt every single day just to show your friends how much it's grown, it's going to die. It requires a dark, hidden, highly protected environment underground to actually take root and build a strong foundation. Only when it is strong enough to survive the elements does it finally break through the surface.
We can distill the core moral of our source material into these 4 clear, actionable takeaways for you to apply right now. 1. Keep your important plans private. 2. Protect them fiercely during the growth phase when they are at their absolute most vulnerable. 3. Wait patiently until you are completely ready to turn them into reality. And 4. Don't tell people what you're gonna do. Let the results speak for themselves.
I want to end this explainer by turning the focus right back to you with a direct question. What seeds are you currently growing that you need to protect? I mean, really think about your own big goals and hidden opportunities for a second. Are you leaving them exposed by talking about them way too soon? I highly encourage you to apply Armin's logic to your own life. Keep it quiet, do the hard work in the dark, and let your ultimate success make all the noise for you. Thanks so much for joining me to explore this concept today, and hey, keep those plans safe.